Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chunijah. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. I'm going to be letting the TBR prompt jar choose what I read for October. I cannot believe September is already ending. Like, oh, I cannot believe it. Literally, I feel like September was very slow in the beginning, but then it rapidly ended. So I'm excited. October spooky season. I have so many great YouTube ideas. So let me know if you guys want any specific genres or specific books in the comments below. Let me know. But as always, let's begin. Also, I just want to do a disclaimer. I did horrible. I did not read a single book from my TBR last month. So yeah, if I choose any books from my last ones, because I didn't read them and I want to try and read them again, or they like fit the vibes of October. So let's choose one. I'm excited. A fantasy book, yay! That is the perfect vibes for this month. I'm so excited. This is pretty much this shelf on the, I don't know what is it for you, but right here is all books that are like on my TBR. So I'm gonna be choosing from this one. I also bought new books, so but I said fantasy. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have too many options. I'm looking now. But I'm like, what's more realistic I'm gonna read? I'm gonna actually choose this one, A Door in the Dark by Scott Remington. I got this like this summer and I've always wanted to read it. I feel like this fits perfectly for the vibe I'm going for October. But this one is basically at a magical school. So think of like Harry Potter, and she's kind of like, it follows Ren, who's like basically a scholarship student. She's like one of the poor ones, and they are traveling by bus, I think, going back home. And one of like the Faye has him crossing paths at the public waxway portal the day before the holidays. Theo's punishment is to travel home with the scholarship kids, which doesn't sit well with any of them. A fight breaks out in the chaos. The portal spell malfunctions. 6 students are snatched from the safety of the school campus and set down in the middle of nowhere, and one of them is dead on arrival. And I think one of the scholarship kids, which is Ren, she's like really good at like spells. Like she's like very smart with it. I have high hopes. It gives me like Harry Potter vibes. That's the reason why I kind of like got it, because it's like, you know, they have powers. It's like witches. So I'm excited. A Door in the Dark by Scott Remington. First gonna be on our October TBR. I'm excited. I'm really excited about this one. So let me know if you read it, because I have high hopes. All right, off to a great start. Second book. A book that has more than one POV. Ugh. Fun fact, I kind of don't like multiple POVs. Like, I'm starting to read some books that just have like 3, 4, 5. I'm like, why are we having something? The thing is, I don't like POVs because, like, if I don't want their POV, I'm like, get me to the next one. I don't know, because I haven't read any of these if they're like dual POV or not. I don't know, but I do know Assistant to the Villain. Oh. Okay. Oh, and I do know this one as well. So Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. I know the villain and Evie both have POVs in this one, right? The villain, yeah. The villain. And then Evie. So I know it has more than one POV. And then this one, I believe Joshua. And then I think like his wife has one. And then Lauren. I'm gonna have to find his POV again. Oh my gosh. Now it's showing. And then it has Joshua as well. With this one, it is Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. This is a novel. I'm pretty sure this is so popular, everybody knows about it. This one is basically every month a letter. That's what Lauren decides to leave her husband when she finds out she's dying. Each month she gives Josh a letter containing a task to help him face the first year without her, leading him on a heart-rending, beautiful, often humorous journey to find happiness again in this new novel. Think of like John Wick vibes. That's what I'm getting, and I was so excited for this one. I actually started reading this, and I this month actually, and I read maybe like I got to chapter 2, and I kind of stopped the end after, because I know eventually I'm going to read it, but it's just like, it wasn't hitting for me. Like, I don't know. Like, I got to the funeral part and I'm just like, so yeah, I could either read this or I can get back into another one. And I also tried reading this, I think either August or this past month as well. And I kind of read it was like in my Kindle. I don't know why, but it was reading so slow for me. But everyone's like, this is really funny, you know, like, I don't know. And I still haven't got to the villain part. So I think like once I get there, like I just wish I was in the story. Like fantasy is just so hard to get into for me. But I really want to read this because I got the second book as well. And I want to like, you know, get into it. Because like, I think it's going to be good. I'm just trying to figure out like what am I most realistically gonna read. This is thick, but I think I'm really gonna like this one because I didn't know she had more things in the. I didn't know she had more letters like going this deep in. I hate this. You know what? We're gonna do Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Decision made. Next book before I change my mind. I'm so bad with decisions, so. Start new series. Okay, I can do Assistant to the Villain, actually, because that's the start of a new series. Or I can do Gilded. I can do Assassin's Blade. I can do Archer's Voice, because that's a series as well, right? I have Tempest of Tea. I have I have Butcher and Blackbird. I have Butcher and Blackbird. Should I do Butcher and Blackbird? As I literally walk, because the thing is like my books are like all mix and match like throughout my room. So as I'm walking, I also have Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I have not read it, I know. Well, actually I started, but it's been a while. I started this like in April and I haven't finished it yet. So I think I'm like halfway into it. I need to check on my Kindle because I was reading it between Kindle and physical book. So this I could do. As I was saying, I could do Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver as well. So I've always wanted to read this. It's like spooky season, hello. I could do Lightwork. Actually, I was going to start this past month and didn't. I have 3 options. I think most realistic, like, once again, I'm in a conundrum. I think I really want to do this one, but I feel like I could do this one, definitely this one. Oh, I can also do Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher as well. I have too many options. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna do Butcher and Blackbird. Yep, we're gonna do Butcher and Blackbird. If you guys don't know, this is basically the Bio Friends to Lovers dark romantic comedy full of murder, chaos, and sizzling chemistry. Every serial killer needs a friend. Every game must have a winner. So it's basically 2 serial killers that kill other serial killers and they find romance. And it's like kind of like fun. It is dark romance basically. I'm excited. This one is like part of a series. It's just started and I have Leather and Lark, which is book 2 in the series. So I want to read it. Next. Oh. Finish a book you soft DNF'd. Oh, let's see. I could do Assistant to the Villain. I could do Wild Love. I could do Light Lark. All these I kind of like. I could do Emily Henry's Funny Story, Icebreaker. I could do Icebreaker. A novel love story is like way up there. I did start, but I got like to chapter 2. You know what? I'm just gonna do Wild Love because I'm pretty far into it and it's right here. So I'm saying, yeah, Wild Love by Elsie Silver. You guys don't know, this is part of her new like series that she's doing, and it's the Rose Hill series and follows Ford, who is Willa's big brother from the Chestnut Spring series, and he is coming to like a small town that they grew up in with his new recording label that he's making. He's like a producer and he's like pretty famous and like rich, and Rosie, who he like grew up with, is coming from the big city after like getting into it with her, like not getting into it, but like a situation happens where she leaves her job and come here to find like safety and all that, and starts working with Ford. And the Ford she remembers is not technically how she remembers it, and he's completely different. after reading diary entries, which I'm excited about that. And also Ford is now like a new dad because he found out he has a kid, so now he's like a single dad trope in it. We'll be reading. That's 4 books. We're gonna pick 2 more. Finish a book you DNF. Okay, we're getting a lot of stuff out the way. I just feel like, okay, I have a funny story. Oh, like a book that like I DNF that I'm never gonna get to? Is that what it's trying to say? You know what? I actually have like a... This book is meant. Okay, I'm doing this one. I bent this. No. I don't know how this got bent on my bookshelf, but this book is After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I actually started this like a couple months ago, and y'all, this is the synopsis. So basically it's a breathtaking novel about modern marriage, the depth of family ties, and the year that one remarkable heroine spends exploring both. So in this one, it's After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm trying to read like all her books, and I pretty much have all her books, and I've read majority, like I've read like a lot of her books. And while reading this one is like this married couple, and it's basically showing them like how they fell in love, but also now they're kind of like in their rut of their marriage where like they just not getting along, they don't like each other, and just something is giving. So they finally have like this one big fight where they're just like, you know what, forget this, let's just take a break. And what they're figuring out is that a year they're going to take a break, they're not going to be together, they can explore different connections and just not be in no communications with each other whatsoever. And oh my gosh. And then it just gets like really, it just gets so good. I remember I was liking it, but at certain parts I was kind of bored with it, and I just, y'all, like and the thing is, like, this book is like what, little over 300 pages, and I could not finish her. I'm so upset. So I want to know if they ever, because I still don't know if they ever got back together. Like, did she ever, you know, like, if she would rather, you know, get out of the marriage, or does she still love the person, you know? Or like with him, like, did he find somebody else and like he doesn't want to get back together? Like, I need answers. So, you know, it's just sparks this, like, I need to finish this one. I might have to reread it, you know, just to remember everything. But I remember, like, this is kind of realistic. It was like, you know, this is how really people do in real life. And, you know, some people don't really take breaks and all that, but like, you know, the ruts and like the fights and bickering, it's so good. Oh, I love Taylor Jenkins Reid, period. But like, I remember, like, you know, but like this book's kind of like slow, so that's why I kind of like DNF'd it. And it was like other books I could read because it was getting me in a book slump, and I was reading it a little slow. So I'm so excited. I just got like a motivation. I got motivation again to read this book, so definitely will be. It's a good book. Okay, last book. You know, I'm really happy with how this TBR is going, and I'm happy that I just recently did remember that book, and I'm happy I got that TBR prompt so I could pick it. So okay, last prompt. A cover that's black. Okay, a cover that's black. I think I did Butcher and Blackbird. Before we were strangers is black. Oh, Gilded by Marissa Meyer. It's definitely black. It's like very shiny. I have this, Only a Monster by Vanessa Lynn. That's black. Ooh. V.E. Schwab's The Visible Life of Addie LaRue. Wanted to read her. And I have like the nice floppy one. This thing is huge. Bigger than my head. I have most books that are like really wide and it's bigger than my head. And then I also have Light Lark, but you guys know I'm gonna put the cover. It's black with like the little, I think like a flower or like a heart. That's black as well. So I have 4 different options. Oh, I have 5 different I have 5 different options. I'm trying to think like most realistic. What am I reading? I really want to read this. So I think I'm going to. If I really want to read it, I'm going to read it. And that is The Visible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This one is about, in a moment of desperation, a young woman named Adeline meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. It will be 300 years before she stumbles into a hidden bookstore and discovers someone who can remember her name, and suddenly everything changes again. Oh, so yeah. Oh, now the first time this is paperback, so I guess it was like always hardback. But with this one, Out of the Rue, she kind of makes a deal, like I said, and basically just makes her live like forever, but no one can remember her. So she can bump into a person, somebody can see her, but then as soon as they look away, they'll forget her entirely. So I did not know that. So she comes into a hidden bookstore and then somebody remembers her. So I think it's gonna be a little bit romance to it. People say it's slow, so I'm anticipating that. Like in the beginning, I think you're just trying to live her mundane life so that way you can understand her pain and frustration of like, imagine meeting somebody and then you just like, you can never like really meet somebody. You can't have a job because how you're gonna have like a driver's license, or how somebody's gonna remember you that they hired you, you know? So I'm so excited. Every time I see people read this, they're like, the writing style is amazing, they love the story. So I'm so excited for this book, and we're gonna add this to our TBR. Alrighty everyone, and that is all the books that we're gonna be picking for our October TBR for the prompts. I'm so excited. We have our 6 books here, and let's just do a final review of all the books that we chose in this video. So first up, A Door in the Dark by Scott Rennington, The Invisible Life of Out of the Rue by V.E. Schwab, After I Do by Chunijah Reid. Next is Wild Love by Elsie Silver, Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. And then lastly, Pack Up the Moon by Krista Higgins. Subscribe, hit that bell so you see if I read these books this month. This is probably one of the TBRs that I had in a while that I think I might actually read all, or if not, I'm just really excited for all the books that's on my TBR. So thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited for the month of October. Let me know in the comments below of any videos you guys want me to do or see, and books that you guys want me to read in those. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.